Hey bitch, hey bitch, hey bitch. Let's do some makeup. So most of you may know, I am a makeup artist and a hair artist. I've worked in fashion, print, runway, magazine, TV and film, all of the things. Currently, I am a lead educator slash education director. Eventually, soon, at a cosmetology school, and that's kind of been my life this past 2 years almost. Aside from my 9 to 5, I do makeup on the side. I work in TV, work in film. I do runway shows, TV, print, all of that fun stuff. However, because I've been so busy, I've kind of lost track of what I love to do and why I love to do it. So we're gonna make a quick video together. This is my very first video that I'm making, so work with me on the details because first of all, I don't know how to edit. So you may get a choppy version of this, but I promise it's going to be fun all the way through. I'm going to make it quick. I'm going to try to do a quick 20-minute beat. I also want you guys to be able to know and learn how to apply makeup quickly. I know a lot of you are moms and you're just heavy workload babes that want to hurry up and get out of the door. So let's do a quick 20-minute beat together. As always, I have primed and moisturized and all of the fun stuff for a quick base. Right now, what I'm going to go in with is my foundation. Today, I'm using the One Size Turn Up the Base. It's a BB cream. What I love about this is it is buildable. It's an all tint, all shade. The Ultimate Blur Boss with buttery, bouncy, smooth skin. Texture be gone. Apply to a clean, primed, moisturized skin. This is in the shade Light 1 for those with rosy or red undertones. In the shade Light, I am lightly complected. I have natural flush in my skin, so I need something that is going to help counteract that. It has a little bit of yellow in it to help neutralize all of the redness in my skin. I'm going to start off with my Artistry palette. I'm going in with the Morphe. I forgot what it's called, but it's a beautiful brush. I love it so much. I'm going to go in with that. We're just going to take a little bit of product and start applying in the areas that I want to cover first. So I'm going to start with my kind of under eye area into the cheeks. And then just kind of start pulling that all down. Now keep in mind, like I said, this is going to be quick because I want it to be a quick application. That way you guys can see how easy and fast it can be to get ready in the mornings. Some of you probably have already have a routine down, which is okay. But I'm just gonna get into my routine for a quick beat, and hopefully this will help you out as well. So start by applying foundation all over your face in all of your concerned areas. Mine is all over my face because I'm naturally so rosy. So I'm just going in and applying this first, and then I'll go back through and swoop de whoop to blend it out. So we're just gonna apply that, really get into the nooks and crevices, especially around cold and flu season. My nose is so red just from blowing my nose all the time. If you live in a cold state, you'll understand. I live in Colorado, so it snows all the time. Not really all the time. You know what I mean. Alright, so kind of applied that all over. I have a nice smooth satin finish. I don't need full coverage. I have decently good skin. It's just my redness, my rosy cheeks that love to pop through. And then anytime that I feel flushed or embarrassed or anything, my cheeks really show right away and my whole face goes red. I love it. Anyways, the thing about makeup is we think that everything kind of stops here. But what you want to do is make sure that you drag it down to the neckline, especially in those in-between shades. Sometimes we have a darker shade for the summer because we all love to tan. And then we have a lighter shade for the winter because we lose all of that extra sun exposure. So You always want to bring it and drag it down to your neckline so you are a full, solid color from face to neck. Sometimes too, I will do a little dabble here. Get rid of my little red Dumbo ears. Get rid of those, hide them. Can't really hide them, but hide the redness, you know. Bring it in, blend it down, and boom. So I still have a little bit of foundation left. I don't want to waste it. That is a lot of money. So I'm just going to go in and apply a second layer. Do I need it? No. Do I want to waste my makeup? No. So here we are. And we're getting into it. Get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. I'm annoying. Anyways, second round. A lot of people don't like to use brushes to apply and blend. I love brushes. I think that just comes with being an artist. These are truly an extension of my tools. They are my tools. One thing that we sometimes kind of get lost on is the brush strokes can appear in your applications, but as long as you're putting the product down, ow, pull my nose ring out. As long as you're putting the product down where you want it, pressing it into your skin, and then using these little C shapes, little circle shapes, that's going to help you buff it in and blend it so then you don't have any stroke lines. Boom. I've got my base down, a little bit of product, not too much that I'm worried about wasting, and I'm going to move on to concealer. So with makeup, it's really how you want to play by your own rules. You either do your eyes first and then your base, or your base and then your eyes. If I'm in a rush, I'll do my base first. Lots of times I don't wear heavy eye makeup anyways, so I'll start with a nice base, and then start concealing where I want to attract light. I want to hide. See these things? These little frown lines? I want to hide those. I'm going to bring light to them. That way they blend in with my complexion. Usually when we want to get rid of something, we're going to contour it and add some depth with some darker pigment. However, I don't want to emphasize too much, and I also don't want to enhance the frown lines with a contour, because then I'd really look like this, and that's not ever cute. So we're not going to do that. Once I've got that base down, I'm going to go through and just blend. Again, those brush strokes too. Blend. Bring that light in. Maybe I have too much lighting. Is that too much lighting? I don't know. Let's tune it down a little bit. Perfect. Blend. I'm going to bring my concealer or my highlighter up into my cheekbone, atop my cheekbone to really snatch up my face. Blend over. And once I've got that good, then I think I got it good. Blend. And I think I'm pretty well blended. Now I've got a little bit of highlight, a little bit of foundation, concealed up. I got everything where I want it. And now it is time to sculpt. So next thing I'm going to go in with is my Morphe sculpting brush. It does have a soft angle on it. Not super dense, not super light. Enough to really place the product where I want it, so then I can blend it out. I am going in with the Morphe Totally Tan 8T palette. I just bought this when I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago. They had a sale, and I spent all of my money, all of my vacation money at Morphe. $300 later, I have a couple bags of some goodies. But it's okay. I can write it off because I am a makeup artist, and that's what it's for. So I'm going to go in and just add a little bit of Shape to my face. Once I got my base down, I'm just very flat, so I have to add some warmth back into my skin. Instead of using this brush, I'm going to go in with this one. Also doesn't have a name, it's the Morphe, this brush. Again, it's round and dense with some lighter kind of hair bristles. That's going to help me blend and buff all of this contour out. So I'm going in with the contour shade called Misbehavin'. Now, this one is a little bit warm for my skin. You can really see it, so little bit goes a long way, especially with Morphe. It is highly pigmented, has a little bit of fallout. If you've worked with this brand, you kind of know. So you got to kind of play the game just as you go. I'm going to dip in, tap out, and then I'm just going to start adding some depth to my forehead area. Kind of bring that down from a 5 head to just a 4 head. Oh shit. So sometimes that'll happen. I didn't tap out. Did you see that? I didn't tap out my product. But that's okay. I'm just going to go through and use that pigment to blend over. Oh no. We're really going to buff and blend, buff and blend. So as you can see, maybe you can't. That's okay. I can. I'm blending out. I have a little bit of warmth up here in my forehead area. That one's not budging, so we got to go in with our detailed blending poof. This is a crown brush. It is for a flat bronzer, but I love to use it to blend out any mistakes that may have occurred and really beat it out. Beat it out, beat it out. It's looking a little better. My skin is warming up a bit. I hope you guys can see the lighting on this because dang. Oh, I gotta get my lighting right. Anyways, I'm starting to turn and feel a little bit more sculpted. Now that I've got my forehead blended out, I'm going to bring that down into my cheekbone area to really get rid of this little chubby cheeks. And we're just going to bring it in. I like to start at my temple and bring it slightly under that cheekbone. This is just going to create the illusion of a higher cheek. So then it will get rid of this space here. And buff and blend, buff and blend. See how that's kind of slimming in? Slimming in my face a little bit. Love it. Going back into this side. Again, buff and blend, buff and blend. Slimming everything down. See that? Oh my god, the power of makeup. I just love it. Looking great. Looking fabulous. Okay, girl. I need to tap a little more out. We're going to tap into here. Bring that down. Really warming up my skin. Gotta warm up my skin because it's cold AF outside. Alright, next thing I want to do is grab a little buffer brush. This is the Morphe with no name again. It's this brush, the Morphe this brush. It's a little blender. It's best for eyeshadow. I'm going to use it a little bit for some nose contour. I have some decent bone structure, so I don't need to contour too much. And we're just going to bring this in and then slightly drag it to my eye socket. And drag it down. And drag it up. And drag it down again. Tap, tap, tap in. Do the same thing on this side. Drag it in. Drag it down. Drag it up. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. I'm going to go in with a dry brush. A dry brush meaning it has no product on it, and that's going to help me blend this out even more. Dry brush. Blend, blend, blend. Blend. Blend, 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 blend. Perfect. I've got a little snatched nose. However, it does look very slim, but it looks very bulbous here. So I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of dark underneath to create a little bit of a shadow. And then blend it out, buff it and blend it. Tap, tap, tap. Boom, that's complexion. Actually, psych, I forgot the cheeks. Let's go back in, dip in with a powder brush, the same brush I used. I'm gonna go in with a little peachy shade. This one is called Spunky. So Spunky is the pink-based blush in this palette. I'm gonna take this in, do a fake-ass smile, put this on my little cheeks, my little apple of my cheeks. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, you can see some blush. Now all we gotta do is drag this up and out, up and out. Drag it in, drag it in. Little bit of complexion got going on. Perfect, love it. Blend, blend, blend with the dry brush again. We wanna make sure that my blush and the contour or the bronzer are friends. We want them to kind of mesh together. That was not like brown and pink and then white or light. Blush and blend. Boom, complexion. I've got some cheeks again. I have a little bit of halo of a contour, and I'm feeling good and feeling like that bitch, okay? I have 5 more minutes in this tutorial. So we're gonna move on to the eyes. The thing about the eyes is everyone has a different eye shape, so what works best on me may not be best for you. The biggest thing is that if you're wanting to do some eye makeup, you really wanna feel where your brow bone lives. And that's where you wanna keep your makeup underneath that brow bone. The higher you take that brow or that color to the brow bone, the more it's gonna blend into the brow bone and you're gonna look like a drag queen. And that's okay if that's what you're going for, because I love drag queens. I'm friends with a million of them. I dated a couple, love them. But if you're not going for that look, don't drag it up too much. So I love to tap where my eye socket is, and then I'm gonna go in with a light little peachy color. So this is the Pretty in Peach, the 9E palette by Morphe. Again, one of my hauls from the bunch of money I spent with them on my vacation, but that's okay. Going in with this lighter peach tone. This one is just going to create a nice base for me to build on top of. I am using a dense, not so dense, fluffy blending brush. Tap in. I'm going to take my eye, fill my eye socket, and I'm going to start applying some of that pigment. I'm using some light brush strokes to buff and blend over. What I'm creating is a eye shape. I am creating a eye socket, and I'm just adding some pigment to get me a good base going. So as you can see a little bit more depth. I'm really dragging that pigment over just to create the illusion of an eyelid. When I look straight on, I don't really have much of an eyelid. I mean, I do, but it's hidden. So I'm just trying to enhance that so I can have a better area to play on. So now I've got some pigment there. I'm going to tap back in, tap out, and go back into this eye socket and apply that color and start buffing and blending over. A lot of times I guess I'm just buffing and blending, but you get the idea. We are applying that pigment, and guess what? Buffing and blending over. We're creating some pigment, creating that eye shape, just to give us a little bit of depth to our finished makeup look. So now that I've got a nice base going, I'm going to move on to a little bit more pigment. I'm going in with this middle tone. I lost the paper, don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called Cherry on Top. Cherry on Top is going into the same crease. Tap in, tap out, and we are going to start by buffing and blending over. What we're doing is we're layering colors. That way we have a nice cohesive look. We don't want to just apply a bunch of pigment because for one, it'll take forever to blend out, but you really want to build your makeup. You don't want to apply one shade to the eye without building it. Otherwise, again, it may look a little bit draggy, and that's okay if that's the look you're going for. I promise it's fine. It's fine. Boom, I got some more pigment, some more shape. I'm going to tap back into my Pretty in Pink. Oh, no, to my Cherry on Top. Tap in, tap out, and start applying that pigment to the other side. I'm really working on just the crease area to, guess what? Buff and blend over. And go, and go. All right, I've created some depth. Amazing, love it. As you've seen, I haven't really touched much here. I'm going to save that just for a little topper. But in order for my makeup look to look cohesive, I have to apply some pigment underneath my eyes. This is really gonna snatch up my eye shape and help me look a little bit less like a crackhead. So for this one, I'm going in with a lighter, denser brush. This is the lighter, denser brush by Morphe. Again, no name. This is the Artistry palette. So a lot of them don't have our Artistry palette. This is the Artistry pack of brushes. It comes with, I think, 28 with a cute little billfold. Love it. Doesn't have any names because these are artist brushes, not consumer brushes. So I'm going in, tapping in to my Pretty in Pink palette, into the cherry on top. And I'm just going to go in, look like a crackhead, and blend that underneath my eye. Sorry, I'm not blending. I'm actually just applying. So I'm going to bring that in and drag it down. Same thing on the other side. Make sure you open your eyes and crackhead it. Make sure you open your mouth every time, otherwise it doesn't work either. Why do we do that? Oh, God. I guess it's just a way to focus. Ready? Focus. Boom, I've got some depth underneath there. I want to darken it up a little bit. I'm going to go with a dry brush. I'm going to tap into this lighter brown. This one is called the softer side. Doesn't really look soft. It's not very soft. I'm just going to add this just to my little crease, kind of at my lash line. Just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Smoky, smoky. And then bring it under. Oh shit, I'm at 22 minutes. Sorry. Smoke it in. And smoke it under. Boom. Okay, that's all I want to do. Perfect. I am running out of time due to me being just me. Next thing I want to do is add just a little bit of a topper. Ooh, sorry, wrong finger. I'm going to go in with this shade. This shade is called Rom-Com. And that's what I'm applying to all of the space that is empty on my lid. This is really going to accentuate all of that work. And I love to apply foil shades or glitter with my fingers. It helps me pick up the product that I need and place it where I need to without it falling out all over the rest of my makeup. So I've got that in. Perfect. Blend it. Apply. Again with my finger. Bring it in. Bring it out. Bring them out. Bring them out. And bring them over. Boom. Once I've got that applied, I'm going back in to my Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to drag this Pretty in Pink palette. I'm dipping into Cherry on Top. That's what it's called. I keep saying it's Pretty in Pink because it's pink as fuck. But Cherry on Top, and I'm going to take that in and apply this to re-emphasize that crease. Just a little bit. Into my eye socket. Boom, enhanced. Again, same thing. Cherry on Top. Bring that in, go back to my crease, and blend that back over. When I was using my little finger, I lost that pigment when I was applying that pigment. And then when you think you're done, you're probably not, so just keep going back and forth. Double check, cross check. I need a little bit more depth into my eye socket. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this shade. It's called Softer Side. And then bring that in just at the edge and really smoke out that shade. Once I've got it applied, just buff it over. Make it disappear. Same thing here. One side in, One side over. Crease. Not crease. This part of my eye. Boop, boop. Once I've got that, boom, I've got some good eye shape. I love it so much. Forgot my eyeliner, but that's okay. Next thing we're gonna do is go in with some mascara. Today I'm using Mud Makeup. This is the volumizing mascara from Mud Makeup. I love Mud Makeup. I toured their school when I lived in California, and we currently use their products at the school I teach at. I believe in them. I trust in them. Some of my students are not a big fan, but I think it's because they don't understand how to work with the foundation. But that's why I'm there, to help teach them. Alright, I'm going with some mascara. I'm just going to apply this to my lashes first, and then I will hit the bottom lashes. Make sure you make the crackhead look. I'm really buffing this into my lash line and using the details of the brushes to pull in every single eyelash. Going back into this side, same thing. And buffing it over. Why am I buffing everything? I'm not buffing, I'm applying. Got it? Once I got that, I'm going to dip again and hit my lower lash line. This is where it gets really tricky and technical because I don't want to mess anything up. Perfect. And one last thing. Sorry, two last things. I've got to hit the brows. So my brows are a work in progress for like 18 years now. This one has a natural arch. This one doesn't do anything. There's muscle tissue under here that I went through some trauma, and the muscle tissue has not helped itself, so I don't have a lot of movement in this side like I do on this side. Sisters, not twins. One thing that I have to do is these hairs grow straight up and these ones grow up and over. So I've got to get them looking as close as possible as twins. So when I go into this brow, what I like to do is I will line the underneath to give me a good base to start off with. And then I'll go in and draw single stroke hairs. Single hair strokes. Boom, some definition. I got to do the same thing to this side. Boom, definition. Now this one, like I said, this one grows straight up, this one doesn't. So I have to do some brush stroke detailing to really drag those hairs upwards and over. Just like so. Same thing with this side. This one is really full and dense. This one's not as dense. So now I have to go in and again draw some strokes. To fill that side in. Just like so. Once I've got them filled in, I'm going to go in and drag that line across to really bold them out, and then I've got to roll and roll. And then same thing here. Bring this in, drag that across, and then roll and roll, and then blend. What I'm doing is I'm just taking away any of those strokes that I don't want, and I'm just blending them out. Boom. Okay, decent. Not perfect, but I'm also not perfect, so that's okay. I did my best. I did my fucking best, okay? Last thing is a little bit of lippies. This is the Rem Beauty Lip Stain Mocha. So these are personal items. I'm using these on myself because they're mine. They're not part of my kit. But what I like to do with these lip stains is I will go in and outline my lips with the stain, and I'll just kind of tap, tap, tap out. Very lightly. I don't want a full bold lip. I don't want all the attention here. I just want to be nice and cohesive. This is also not the correct shade to match with this look, but I'm going to use it very lightly, and you'll see why. Boom, I've got my lip lined. And now I'm just gonna go there and smudge it down. Okay? So that gives me a nice lip, but not too bold. Same thing on the underneath. And then blend it out, and boom, I've got a little lippy. One thing that I would do to add to this makeup look is go in with some eyeliner. I didn't grab it. I don't want to get up. I've also gone 10 minutes over the video that I wanted to go over. So we're just going to go in and dabble into the darker brown shade, and I'm just going to enhance my lash line with this. Now this is something that I have to do off camera because it's very tedious and I don't want to mess up the rest of the look. So pause for a second and I'm going to come right back. Alright, I'm back. That was fast, huh? Wow. I've added a little bit of a smudge to my upper lash line. I'm just adding a little bit of a smudge to my lower lash line. It's just gonna add to the look. I already did this side, did this side. Perfect! With that being said, that is a full and complete makeup look in 20 minutes with instruction. It's 32 minutes with instruction, but you know what I mean? One thing that I would do now is set my makeup with the Makeup Designery Zero loose powder. This is my favorite, one of my favorite translucent powders. I love it. Then I would use the Morphe Hydro Mist setting spray. I think that's what it's called. Micro Mist, Nano Mist, misting setting spray, or I would use the All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay. If I was gonna be wearing this all day. However, I'm not, because I did it just for this video that I'm about to take it off. So that is a quick tutorial. Again, base, concealer, shadow, mascara, brows, liner, lips. And that is it. Oh snap. Psych. Last thing is a little bit of a highlight. I want my cheekbones to pop. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe highlighter. This one is in the shade Filthy Rich, because I'm rich, bitch. Okay? I'm going in with the highlighter, Filthy Rich. And I'm just going to drag that onto my cheekbone. Boom. Holy shit. Let there be light. Again on this side. And that is it. Boom. That is it. Boom. Thank you for coming to and watching my video. Like I said, I'm not great at editing yet. I'll get there. I'm not going to edit this video though, because I had a lot of fun all the way through. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And if you like, comment, subscribe down below. You might be my first subscriber, which would be really cool. But yeah. I'll be making more videos. I'll probably pop on and do a couple 20-minute videos throughout the week, 32-minute, 34-minute videos throughout the week, just to start creating my channel. I really want to get into social media. I feel like I'm just getting older and everything is flying by, and I'm missing out on a lot of social media content because I can't manage my time. But now I'm trying to. So, thank you again. Thank you. As always, Patrick Michael Artistry. Out.